Hey warrior, think about this for a moment. Right now, as you're watching this video, there's someone who's been with you through every single moment of your life. Someone who's witnessed your highest highs and your lowest lows. Someone who knows your deepest fears and your wildest dreams. That someone is you. We live in a world where it's incredibly easy to forget what truly matters you. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning, the world starts making demands on your time, attention, energy, and emotions. The constant pressure to live up to everyone's expectations slowly makes you drift away from the most important relationship you will ever have, the one you have with yourself. The ancient Stoics believed that loving yourself isn't a selfish act, it's a necessary discipline. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If your thoughts toward yourself are loving and kind, you grow stronger. If your thoughts are harsh and critical, you begin to shrink. In today's chaotic world, self-love isn't just a luxury, it's a survival skill that determines the quality of your entire life. Self-love means becoming your own grounding force. It means choosing yourself, even when the world forgets your worth. It's about creating a life where you no longer chase validation from others, but feel complete standing alone in your own truth. The reality is simple but powerful. When you don't love yourself deeply, everything else starts to fall apart. Your relationships become draining instead of fulfilling. Your confidence fades with every criticism. Your soul gets tired of begging for scraps of attention from people who wouldn't even notice if your light went out. But self-love, real, powerful, Stoic-inspired love, that kind of love transforms you quietly from the inside out. It builds unshakable foundations within you. It teaches you to stand firm and unmoved by other people's opinions, because you've become deeply rooted in genuine self-respect. It helps you let go of the poison of constant comparison, because you finally understand that your journey is sacred and uniquely yours. This message is for you if you are tired of feeling overlooked, tired of feeling like you are too much or never enough. I am here to remind you of something powerful. You must start loving yourself more than anyone else loves you. Not from a place of ego or arrogance, but from a place of inner duty and wisdom. Because when you truly honor yourself, you become powerful, peaceful, and absolutely unbreakable. Over the next sections, I will walk you through 7 powerful, practical, Stoic-inspired ways to truly fall in love with yourself. Each point is carefully designed to help you rebuild your self-worth, one realistic and manageable step at a time. Pay close attention, because somewhere in these words, you might just find the reminder your soul has been desperately searching for. When you learn to love yourself more than anyone else, you stop accepting treatment that doesn't match your worth. You stop settling for relationships that drain your energy. You stop chasing people who don't see your value. Instead, you become a person who naturally attracts respect, love, and opportunities because you radiate the confidence that comes from genuine self-acceptance. Before we begin this transformative journey together, I want you to make a commitment to yourself. Don't skip any parts of this process. Every section may heal a part of you that you forgot was hurting. Approach this with an open heart and mind, ready to challenge old patterns that no longer serve you. Remember this affirmation as we begin. Today, I choose to love myself first. Number 1, stop pleasing everyone. Start pleasing you. If you care too much about what others think, you will always be their prisoner. Lao Tzu. People-pleasing seems completely harmless on the surface. After all, what could possibly be wrong with making others happy? It feels like kindness, like being a good person, like doing what's right. But slowly, quietly, without you even realizing it, people-pleasing becomes a silent and devastating form of self-abandonment. You start saying yes when your heart desperately wants to say no. You start showing up for everyone and everything except yourself. You smile brightly when you are breaking apart inside. And little by little, piece by piece, you lose the essence of who you truly are. Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." In other words, you must choose your own truth over the approval of others, because when you cling too tightly to what everyone else thinks about you, you will never be able to hear your own voice calling out from within. You become so busy managing other people's emotions and expectations that you completely forget to check in with your own. Loving yourself more than anyone else means understanding that your peace of mind matters just as much as theirs. It means recognizing that pleasing everyone is not just impossible, it's a soul-crushing pursuit that only eats away at your energy and self-respect. Think about how absolutely exhausting it becomes when you are constantly trying to be nice, agreeable, and understanding, even when you are hurting deeply inside. That suffocating feeling you get, that's exactly what happens when you forget that your needs, desires, and boundaries are just as important and valid as everyone else's. The harsh truth about people-pleasing is that it often comes from a place of fear rather than love. Fear of rejection, fear of confrontation, fear of being disliked or judged, fear of being abandoned or left out. But here's what the Stoics understood. When you make decisions based on fear, you give away your personal power. You become a puppet dancing to other people's expectations, and eventually, you forget how to dance to your own rhythm. Stop running away from the uncomfortable feelings that come with disappointing others. It's perfectly okay if someone gets disappointed with your choices. It's completely acceptable if someone disagrees with your decisions or doesn't understand your boundaries. Their temporary discomfort is a small price to pay for your lifetime of freedom and authentic self-expression. The people who truly respect and love you will understand your need for boundaries and personal space. The ones who don't, who get angry or manipulative when you say no, were never meant to be in your close circle in the first place. This doesn't mean becoming selfish, rude, or inconsiderate of others. It means finding the healthy balance between caring for others and caring for yourself. It means understanding that you can be kind and compassionate while still honoring your own needs and limits. You can help others without sacrificing your own well-being. You can be supportive without losing yourself in the process. To begin this life-changing transformation, start practicing saying no, without feeling the need to explain, justify, or apologize for every single decision. Practice expressing your real opinions and feelings, even if they are different from what others want to hear. Practice choosing your own comfort and peace over others' convenience. It will feel strange and uncomfortable at first, maybe even selfish. But remind yourself of this truth. There is absolutely nothing selfish about having genuine self-respect. Every single time you choose yourself over others' expectations, you send a powerful message to your soul. I matter. My feelings matter. My needs matter. My dreams matter. And slowly but surely, you will start to feel light again. You will breathe more easily. You will feel safe and secure within your own presence again, because you will know beyond any doubt that you can trust yourself to protect your heart, even when the rest of the world doesn't understand or approve. Let go of the limiting belief that love must always look like sacrifice and self-denial. True, healthy love includes genuine self-love. The more you honor and respect yourself, the stronger and more radiant you become as a person. And when you glow with authentic confidence from within, people can feel that energy. You no longer need to beg for attention or approval because your natural energy demands respect all on its own. Living your entire life trying to please everyone is a game you cannot win, but living to please your own soul and honor your own truth, that is exactly how you become truly unstoppable. Comment this and turn it into your new reality. I will no longer betray myself for others. Number 2, treat your body like a temple. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Socrates. Your body is not just flesh and bones. It is the sacred home where your soul lives every single day. You cannot truly love yourself if you keep treating your body like it is disposable, temporary, or unworthy of care. Stoic wisdom teaches us that genuine self-worth grows when we respect ourselves completely. And there is no deeper, more fundamental respect than taking gentle, powerful care of the physical body you live in. In today's fast-paced, demanding world, we often treat our bodies like machines that should run endlessly without maintenance. We overwork them past their limits, feed them processed junk that drains energy, deprive them of the sleep they desperately need, and push them to the very edge of exhaustion, only to wonder why we constantly feel empty, anxious, disconnected, and unworthy. Your body is not designed to run on chaos and neglect. It is meant to be nourished, loved, honored, and treated with the same care you would give to something precious. Loving yourself more than anyone else means you no longer abuse your physical form just to keep up with others' impossible standards or society's relentless pace. Instead, you begin to protect and nurture your health like it's your greatest treasure, because it absolutely is. Without your health, nothing else in life has meaning. Without energy, you cannot pursue your dreams. Without strength, you cannot support the people you love. Without vitality, you cannot enjoy the beautiful experiences life offers. Marcus Aurelius wrote something profound. What injures the hive injures the bee. When you mistreat your body through poor choices, it affects absolutely everything else in your life. Your emotions become unstable. Your confidence disappears. Your mindset becomes negative and defeated. But when you take the time to show your body genuine love through mindful movement, proper rest, clean, nourishing food, fresh air, and gentle self-care rituals, something absolutely incredible happens. You start feeling proud of yourself. You start walking taller with natural confidence. You start believing you deserve good things because you are actively treating yourself like someone who deserves them. Treating your body like a temple isn't about looking perfect or chasing society's unrealistic beauty standards. It's not about becoming obsessed with appearance or comparing yourself to others. It's about deep, fundamental respect. When you nourish your body with wholesome foods, you are telling yourself, I care about me. When you move your body regularly, you remind your spirit, I am alive and grateful for this gift. When you prioritize rest and recovery, you whisper to your soul, you are safe with me and I will protect you. Here's how you can begin this transformation today. First, eat in a way that truly fuels your energy rather than numbing your emotions or filling emotional voids. Choose foods that make you feel vibrant and alive, not sluggish and regretful. Second, move your body daily, not to punish it for how it looks, but to celebrate the miracle that it can move, stretch, dance, and carry you through life. Third, prioritize sleep like your life depends on it, because it absolutely does. Your body heals, repairs, and rejuvenates during sleep. Fourth, detox not just from unhealthy foods, but from stress, chaos, drama, and toxic environments that poison your peace. Small, consistent actions matter more than you realize. drinking clean water instead of sugary drinks, taking a walk instead of mindless scrolling, going to bed early instead of late-night overthinking sessions, eating a nourishing breakfast instead of skipping meals. These seemingly tiny choices add up over time and create a powerful message in your subconscious mind. I am worthy of care. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of respect. That deep sense of worth begins to shine through everything you do, from the way you speak to others to the way you approach challenges, from the way you dream about your future to the way you never settle for less than you deserve again. When you treat your body like the temple it is, you no longer desperately seek validation from external sources. You become genuinely proud of who you are, inside and out. That pride is not arrogance or vanity. It is self-love rooted in discipline, consistency, and wisdom. Remember this truth. Wealth, success, relationships, achievements, nothing means anything if your body is breaking down or neglected. Your health is the solid foundation from which you will build everything else in your life. So, love yourself boldly and consistently by honoring your temple. Protect your body, nurture it with intention, and watch how your entire life transforms in beautiful ways. Number 3. Kill the comparison game. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everybody will respect you. Lao Tzu. Comparison is one of the most silent, devastating thieves of joy that exists. You can begin your day feeling calm, peaceful, and content with your life. And then suddenly one scroll through social media or one conversation in real life makes you question absolutely everything about yourself. Why am I not there yet? Why doesn't my life look like theirs? What is fundamentally wrong with me? Why do I feel so behind? But here's the life-changing truth that Stoicism reminds us. Comparison blinds you from seeing the unique beauty and progress of your own path. Seneca warned us with these wise words, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." When you constantly compare your life to others, you develop an insatiable craving for what other people have, while completely ignoring and dismissing what you already possess. You start running someone else's race instead of your own. You abandon your personal timeline and unique journey. And without even realizing it's happening, you start shrinking your own worth and potential. Loving yourself more than anyone else means learning how to completely kill the comparison game before it kills your confidence, peace, and self-respect. This requires both awareness and intentional practice, but the freedom it brings is absolutely worth every effort. Every single time you compare yourself to others, you add invisible weights to your shoulders: shame, jealousy, self-doubt, resentment, and inadequacy. You start living your life based on someone else's highlight reel, the carefully curated, filtered, best moments they choose to share, while comparing it to your real, unfiltered, behind-the-scenes reality. The fundamental problem with this approach is simple but profound. Their journey was never meant to look like yours. Your struggles, your timing, your lessons and your blessings are uniquely designed for the exact person you are meant to become. When you constantly stare at someone else's life with envy or inadequacy, you completely miss your own evolution happening right in front of you. You miss celebrating your small victories. You miss recognizing your growth. You miss appreciating how far you've actually come. You become so focused on where others are that you lose sight of your own beautiful progress. To escape this mental trap forever, you must practice self-awareness. Catch yourself in those moments of comparison and gently but firmly shift your focus back to gratitude for your own journey. Instead of asking, "Why them and not me?" try asking, "Why not me, in my own perfect time?" Replace feelings of jealousy with genuine inspiration. Instead of feeling threatened or diminished by someone else's success, use it as proof that greatness and achievement are available to you too, just in your own unique way. Next, take time to clearly understand and define your own personal version of success. Not everybody wants the same things in life, so why measure yourself using someone else's ruler? Some people want fame, others want privacy. Some want wealth, others want simplicity. Some want adventure, others want stability. Define what actually makes you feel fulfilled, peaceful, proud, and rooted in your values. That's your path. And once you commit to that path with your full heart and attention, comparison starts naturally fading because you become too busy growing and building. Practical steps matter here. Spend significantly less time staring at screens and social media, and much more time actually building and living your real life. Limit what you consume if it consistently triggers feelings of low self-worth or inadequacy. Instead, fill your mind with reminders of your own growth and progress. Track your improvements. Celebrate how far you've come, not just how far you still have left to go. Keep a daily or weekly journal where you write down your wins, lessons learned, and moments of growth. When you see your progress written down over time, it becomes much harder to feel like you're not moving forward. Each time you honor your own timeline and celebrate your unique journey, you are making a powerful choice for self-love. The ultimate freedom comes when you finally realize there is no real competition, because no one else has your exact heart, your mind, your struggles, your dreams, or your destiny. Kill the comparison game completely and start playing the only game that truly matters. Becoming a better, more authentic version of yourself for yourself. The moment you decide to see your life as rare, sacred, and beautifully unfinished, that's the exact moment comparison loses its power over you forever. Activate this mindset. Drop it below. My journey is mine. I grow at my own pace. Number 4. Speak to yourself like a best friend. The soul is dyed by the color of its thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Imagine if your closest friend came to you feeling heartbroken, completely doubting themselves, feeling lost and confused about their life. Would you call them weak? Would you tell them they are not enough or too much? Would you criticize their appearance, their mistakes, or their struggles? Of course not. You would speak gently and with compassion. You would encourage them. You would remind them of their strength, their worth, and their potential. Yet, so often, we speak to ourselves in ways we would never dare speak to someone we truly love and care about. Self-talk, the constant dialogue happening inside your mind, shapes your relationship with yourself more than anything else in your life. Marcus Aurelius believed deeply that our thoughts are the foundation of our entire inner experience. If your thoughts toward yourself are harsh, negative, and constantly critical, you slowly destroy your own sense of worth from the inside out. But if your thoughts are kind, empowering, supportive, and encouraging, you become your own source of stability, motivation, and unshakable confidence. Loving yourself more than anyone else means becoming your own best friend, cheerleader, and supporter. It means replacing self-abuse with self-compassion. It means replacing self-criticism with self-encouragement. Too many people walk around every day with a brutal inner critic, constantly telling them they're not good enough, not smart enough, not attractive enough, not successful enough, not worthy enough. This harsh inner voice drains your motivation, kills your creativity, and keeps you stuck in patterns of self-doubt and fear. But here's the life-changing truth that Stoicism teaches us, that critical voice is not actually you. It's what you've unconsciously absorbed from other people, from painful past experiences, from society's unrealistic expectations, and from moments when you felt rejected or inadequate. The beautiful news is that you have complete power to control and transform your inner dialogue. You can choose what voice gets to speak in your mind. You can decide whether your thoughts will build you up or tear you down. Starting today, make the conscious choice to speak to yourself like someone absolutely worth protecting, encouraging, and loving. When you make a mistake, don't immediately call yourself stupid or worthless. Instead, remind yourself gently that you are human and still learning, growing, and improving. When you feel scared about taking risks or trying something new, don't label yourself as weak or cowardly. Encourage yourself like the best friend would. You've made it through difficult things before. You have the strength to make it through this too. When you start doubting your abilities or your worth, don't shrink into self-pity. Remind yourself, I may feel uncertain right now, but I trust myself enough to keep trying and learning. To actively shift your self-talk patterns, you must first develop awareness. Start catching the negative, harsh words when they arise in your mind. Don't automatically accept them as truth. Challenge them with compassion. Replace, I always mess everything up, with, I'm still learning and improving every day. Replace, I hate the way I look, with, I'm grateful for everything my body does for me. Replace, I'm so stupid, with, I made a mistake, and that's how I learn. Beyond just removing negative self-talk, you must also actively speak your dreams, goals, and worth into existence. Affirm yourself daily with intention and belief. Tell yourself things like, I am worthy of love and respect. I am becoming stronger and wiser. I believe in my ability to create the life I want. I am proud of how hard I'm trying. These aren't just cheesy, empty phrases. They are mental training exercises. Just like your body needs regular workouts to become strong, your mind needs empowering words and thoughts to develop unshakable confidence and self-worth. Make it a daily practice to speak to yourself with the same patience, kindness, and encouragement you would offer to your best friend going through a difficult time. Celebrate your efforts, not just your results. Acknowledge your progress, not just your destinations. Comfort yourself during setbacks instead of attacking yourself with blame and shame. When you consistently treat yourself like a best friend, something powerful happens. You stop tolerating anything less from other people. You won't beg for scraps of love or chase people who don't value you properly. You won't accept disrespect or emotional abuse. Why? Because your daily self-talk constantly reminds you that you deserve better treatment, respect, and love. Becoming your own best friend is not arrogance or self-delusion. It's emotional maturity and wisdom. It's finally realizing that the relationship you have with yourself sets the standard and tone for every other relationship you will ever have in your life. Affirm it by writing it here and owning it. I speak to myself with love and power. Number 5. Love your own company. He who is afraid of being alone is afraid of being free. Seneca. Most people feel genuine panic at the thought of being truly alone with themselves. They constantly fill their time with noise, people, distractions, entertainment, social media, absolutely anything to avoid the uncomfortable experience of facing themselves in silence. But loving yourself more than anyone else requires developing the courage to be alone with yourself without feeling lonely, anxious, or empty. Seneca believed that solitude builds inner strength because it forces you to honestly confront your own mind, thoughts, and feelings. Only when you can do this can you truly grow into the person you're meant to become. When you genuinely learn to love your own company, you become emotionally untouchable in the best possible way. You stop desperately chasing low-quality relationships just to fill the silence or emptiness. You stop depending entirely on others for entertainment, comfort, validation, or distraction from your own thoughts. Instead, you discover a deeper, quieter, more sustainable joy that actually lives inside you. That is the essence of true self-love. Finding peace, contentment, and happiness within your own presence and your own mind. The fear of being alone often comes from not truly knowing or liking yourself. When you avoid spending time alone, you miss the opportunity to understand your own thoughts, desires, fears, dreams, and values. You remain a stranger to yourself. You become so busy managing relationships with others that you never develop a meaningful relationship with the most important person in your life, you. Start by intentionally spending quality time with yourself on a regular basis. Turn off your phone completely. Remove background noise and distractions. Just be with yourself. Go for long walks alone and let your mind wander. Sit in a cafe by yourself and simply observe life around you. Read books that challenge your thinking and expand your perspective. Write in a journal about your thoughts, feelings, dreams, and experiences. Think deeply about what you really want from life, not what others expect from you. At first, this practice may feel uncomfortable, awkward, or even frightening. Your anxiety might scream, "This is weird. People will think I'm lonely and pathetic." Ignore those thoughts completely. Solitude is not a punishment or a sign of social failure. It's a powerful, necessary practice for personal growth and self-discovery. The more intentional time you spend with yourself, the more you will uncover and understand your authentic thoughts, genuine desires, hidden fears, natural strengths, and deepest dreams. You get to know yourself the same way you would get to know someone you care about deeply, by listening carefully and paying attention to what matters to them. Loving your own company also means actively creating a life where you genuinely enjoy being you. Fill your personal space with things that bring you joy and comfort. Cozy lighting that makes you feel peaceful, music that moves your soul, books that inspire your thinking, art that speaks to your heart. Cook beautiful meals for yourself with care and attention, not just to fuel your body, but to show yourself love. Celebrate your personal milestones and achievements alone before sharing them with others. Learn to laugh at your own thoughts, dance freely in your room, smile at yourself in the mirror with genuine affection. When you can do these things and feel joy, contentment, and love rising from within, that's when you know you are truly emotionally free and independent. This doesn't mean isolating yourself forever or avoiding all relationships with others. It means you show up to friendships, romantic relationships, and social situations already feeling full and complete, not empty, desperate, and needy. You connect with others because you genuinely want to, not because you desperately need to fill a void or escape from yourself. You won't cling to people, beg for attention, or settle for treatment that doesn't match your worth. You will love others from a place of abundance and strength, not from fear, neediness, or emptiness. To deepen this practice, create meaningful solo rituals that you look forward to. Maybe every Sunday morning, you take yourself out for a peaceful breakfast and plan your week. Maybe each evening you write down 3 things you genuinely appreciate about yourself. Maybe you commit to traveling solo at least once to prove to yourself that you can enjoy your own company anywhere in the world. Over time, solitude won't feel scary, boring, or lonely. It will feel sacred, peaceful, and empowering. You will become your own safe place, your own source of comfort, your own best companion. Remember this truth. The most important relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. When you become comfortable and happy alone, you become truly powerful in all areas of life. Everyone else becomes a beautiful addition to your life, not a desperate necessity for your happiness. Make this your promise in the comments. I enjoy my own beautiful company. Number 6. Chase goals that fire you up. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus. There is a completely different kind of power that awakens inside you when you are chasing goals that truly excite and ignite your soul. Not goals you pursue because society told you to, not because your family expects you to, and definitely not because you want to impress other people or prove your worth to the world. Real, authentic self-love means building a life that is driven by internal passion, genuine curiosity, and personal meaning, not external pressure, fear, or other people's expectations. When you chase goals that genuinely fire you up from within, you tap into a different level of energy, discipline, motivation, and self-worth that most people never experience. You wake up each morning with a clear reason to become better than you were yesterday. Your days feel purposeful, meaningful, and exciting rather than empty, boring, or draining. Epictetus believed deeply that our daily actions must align perfectly with our desired identity and values. If you want to love yourself more than anyone else, then you must prove to yourself, through consistent action and effort, that your dreams, goals, and potential actually matter to you. The tragic mistake that so many people make is living a life that looks impressive and successful on the outside, while feeling completely empty, unfulfilled, and disconnected on the inside. They get degrees they never wanted just because it seemed like the right thing to do. They work jobs they absolutely hate because it pays well or looks respectable. They stay trapped in daily routines that drain their energy and soul, telling themselves it's normal because everyone else seems to be doing the same thing. But Stoicism teaches us that a life lived primarily for others' expectations and approval is a form of slavery. The only way to break free from this prison is by daring to chase what truly sets your heart and mind on fire, even if it scares you or seems unconventional. Take time to honestly ask yourself, what do I really want to create, build, or become? Not what looks impressive to others, not what my parents want for me, not what society says I should want, but what genuinely makes me feel alive, curious, excited, and brave when I think about it. What kind of work would I do even if no one paid me? What skills would I love to master? What problems do I want to solve? What kind of impact do I want to make? What experiences do I want to have? Then, instead of making excuses or waiting for permission, start moving toward those desires, even if your steps are small and imperfect at first. Maybe your dream is to start your own business and become an entrepreneur. Maybe it's to write a book that shares your unique perspective with the world. Maybe it's to master a creative skill like music, art, or photography. Maybe it's to completely transform your physical health and fitness. Maybe it's to travel the world and experience different cultures. Maybe it's to learn new languages, build meaningful relationships, or make a positive difference in your community. Whatever it is, stop ignoring or dismissing your desires and start actively respecting them with your time, energy, and effort. Don't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect circumstances. Begin with whatever resources, knowledge, and time you currently have available. Carve out dedicated time each day to pour effort into your meaningful goals. When you consistently work on something that truly matters to you, your confidence grows naturally because you become your own source of motivation and validation. You start proving to yourself through your actions, I believe in my future, I believe in my potential, I believe I'm worth the effort. However, it's important to remember that chasing your goals doesn't mean you should burn yourself out or become obsessed to the point of neglecting other important areas of life. It means you stay consistent, disciplined, patient, and joyful in your daily efforts. You learn to embrace both the challenging work and the deep satisfaction that comes from honoring your true potential. You don't chase goals to prove anything to the world or to gain approval from others. You chase them to become the authentic person you were always meant to be. The moment you make the powerful decision that your dreams and goals actually matter and deserve your attention, that's the exact moment you become truly unstoppable. You no longer need someone else to validate your worth or tell you that you're capable, because every single day you're giving yourself the greatest validation of all: consistent effort and measurable progress toward what matters most to you. When your life is driven by internal fire and genuine passion, your self-love transforms into something fierce, fearless, and absolutely free. Number 7. Celebrate every win, big or small. Enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. Robert Brawl. Self-love is not only about constantly pushing yourself to grow, improve, and achieve more. It is also about regularly pausing to honor and appreciate how far you have already come on your journey. Too many of us have become addicted to self-criticism and perfectionism. We automatically ignore our progress and consistently highlight our flaws and failures. We enthusiastically celebrate other people's wins and achievements, but completely forget to clap for ourselves. The Stoics would argue that if you never acknowledge and appreciate your own growth, how will you ever genuinely feel worthy of love, respect, and success? One of the most powerful and transformative ways to love yourself more than anyone else is by intentionally celebrating every single win in your life, big or small, public or private, perfect or imperfect. Did you wake up early today and choose discipline over comfort? That's a legitimate win worth acknowledging. Did you speak kindly to yourself when your inner critic tried to attack your self-worth? That's a powerful win that deserves recognition. Did you make it through another challenging week without giving up on yourself? That's an incredible win that shows your strength and resilience. When you begin to genuinely recognize and celebrate these seemingly small victories, you train your brain to see yourself as someone who is actively becoming better, stronger, and more capable. This creates a positive inner momentum that naturally pushes you forward with pride, confidence, and joy instead of pressure, anxiety, and self-doubt. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be one." Celebration is not about arrogance, ego, or thinking you're better than others. It's about honestly acknowledging the fact that you are trying, growing, and refusing to give up on yourself even when things get difficult. That consistent effort and persistence absolutely deserves recognition and appreciation. When you celebrate your wins regularly, you feed your soul with genuine motivation and positive energy. You break free from the toxic mindset of never enough, because you constantly remind yourself that you are becoming more capable, wise, and strong every single day. Most people wait for others to notice and celebrate their achievements before they allow themselves to feel proud. But this approach leaves you dependent on external validation that may never come. When you learn to celebrate yourself, you become your own source of encouragement and motivation. To make this a consistent practice, create a personal ritual that feels meaningful to you. At the end of each day, write down at least 3 things you did well, accomplished, or handled effectively, no matter how small they might seem to others. Look at your reflection in the mirror and genuinely say, "I'm proud of you for trying today." When you hit important milestones or achieve significant goals, treat yourself to something special, not as a distraction or escape, but as a sincere expression of self-respect and acknowledgement of your hard work. Over time, your brain will naturally start cheering for you and noticing your positive qualities and improvements. You'll no longer desperately need praise, recognition, or approval from others, because you've developed the beautiful habit of praising and encouraging yourself. Celebration also transforms your entire journey from pure struggle into genuine joy and satisfaction. It reminds you that life is not only about reaching the final destination, it's about appreciating and enjoying the process of becoming who you're meant to be. Every small victory builds your identity as someone who is honest, gentle, resilient, disciplined, and powerful. When you consistently cheer for yourself, you teach the world exactly how to treat you. People naturally see your confidence, respect your energy, and feel drawn to your positive presence. Make a commitment to notice and appreciate things about yourself that others might never see or acknowledge. The way you keep trying even when you're scared, the way you treat people with kindness even when you're struggling, the way you refuse to give up on your dreams even when progress feels slow, the way you're healing from past hurts while still remaining open to love and growth. Remember this important truth. You are already doing so much better than you think you are. You have survived challenges that once felt impossible. You are healing in ways that others cannot see. You are growing and blooming in beautiful silence. You are becoming stronger, wiser, and more authentic every day. All of that absolutely deserves to be celebrated with genuine appreciation and love. When you truly become your biggest supporter and cheerleader, you no longer fear the world's silence or indifference. You learn to thrive in it because you carry your own source of encouragement wherever you go. Say it proudly in the comments to become it. I celebrate my growth every single day. You started hearing this because a part of your soul was genuinely tired. Tired of waiting for others to love you the way you deserve to be loved. Tired of chasing validation from people who may never truly see your worth. Tired of feeling like self-love was some distant, impossible dream reserved for other people. But now you understand the truth. Self-love is not a luxury or a selfish indulgence. It's a choice, a daily commitment, and a practice rooted in ancient wisdom and modern courage. Learning to love yourself more than anyone else is not about developing ego or thinking you're better than others. It's about finally coming home to yourself. It's about choosing yourself every single day through your actions, thoughts, goals, boundaries, and standards. You stop begging for scraps of love and attention because you've learned to feed your own heart with genuine respect, kindness, and care. Embrace this transformative journey with patience and compassion for yourself. Some days, you will feel powerful, confident, and unstoppable. Other days, you may stumble back into old patterns of self-doubt and people-pleasing. That's completely normal and human. The key is to keep returning to yourself with gentleness. Keep speaking to yourself with kindness. Keep honoring your body, your dreams, and your beautiful soul. Keep celebrating every step of your growth, no matter how small it might seem. Every single time you choose yourself over others' expectations, every time you set healthy boundaries, every time you speak to yourself with love instead of criticism, you heal a little more, you rise a little higher, you become the kind of person who no longer needs the world to constantly tell you that you are worthy, valuable, and deserving of love, because you feel that truth radiating from deep within your bones. Remember this final affirmation. From today, I love myself louder than ever.